everyone. So, who there owns crypto? Raise your hand. Well, I think it's a bit silly question because everyone in this room, I'm pretty confident, owns some sort of digital currency. And today I wanted to talk about the topic, about the question that interests pretty much everyone, cryptocurrency owner. Oh no, not this one. How to not lose money during bear markets, how to invest and what to do with your cryptocurrency when everything is dropping. How do not lose your mind and not lose all your portfolio when everything is bleeding. These are all normal questions that pretty much every investor has in their minds. And today we're going to talk about a little bit of things that don't work and some things that work when investing in the markets like this. So a little bit about the things that don't really work. First, you must ask yourself, okay, if we are in the bear market, why don't I just convert all my crypto to stable coin and to stake them somewhere for a passive interest? You might think that's a good idea, but suddenly stable coins become not that stable anymore. If someone hold their assets in UST by Luna, they would have incurred 99% or more losses if they didn't manage to exit the project in time. So this option is not very sustainable. You might also think that, hey, if the crypto is dropping, why don't I just go to stocks and bond markets, right? But here is a surprise. This is how the stock market looks like over the last couple of months. And since the start of the bear market in crypto, we had a lot of loss in NASDAQ, S&P 500 indexes. My favorite, Netflix, lost more than 70% value. So even Bitcoin is much safer assets in this time than these kind of stocks. And the correlation index between the stocks and cryptocurrency markets right now is at all-time highs. So yeah, there is not much safe haven there. You might think bonds, there was one of the safest assets in the history, and they provide consistent yield. But let me surprise you. This is actually where we at right now in terms of US Treasury yield for the bonds. This is historical all-time lows. So if you hold your assets in bonds, you don't even beat the inflation rate at this point. You might consider other currencies, not US dollar, but they are oftentimes very risky or illiquid. So all of these assets have proven to be not very sustainable. Finally, you might ask yourself a question. Why don't you just invest my money into the fund? These guys might know better how to manage my currency, my assets, and this might be a good idea, right? But let me also surprise you. The latest research done by the Crypto Annual Hedge Fund Report says that different strategies yielded different levels of performance. Neither was able to outperform the Bitcoin itself. So most of the hedge funds, almost everyone, do not outperform the underlying asset. They don't beat the buy and hold strategy, right? So most of these strategies are not yielding really sustainable returns, but some of them might seem like a reasonable thing. So let's talk a little bit about some other things like converting to fiat or shorting the market. You might think it's a good idea, but the problem with these strategies, having your money in cash or going short, is that they are very restricted to timing. You need to know exactly when to enter, when to exit the market, and nobody from us doesn't have this information. So it's kind of difficult to time the market. Many times the investors find themselves sitting on the piles of cash in their bank account, when the crypto is soaring 10, 20% per day, and they're just biting their nails and like, I just want to get in, just want to get in. But it's all matter of timing, right? So let's talk a little bit. Is there a solution to investing in the markets like this? And we at my team at One Button Capital conducted some research about some simple things that every investor can use to help them to mitigate the losses and optimize the portfolio. Not financial advice, do your own research. So first thing, dollar cost averaging, or DCA. So this strategy is similar to buying and holding an asset, with the difference that you purchase the asset throughout the different period of time, right? So let's say I give you $100,000 and I say that the next all-time high in Bitcoin will be in 12 months. But until that point, we will all be in the recession. So what would you do, right? You would say, it makes sense for me to invest at the lowest possible price. But the problem is you don't know when this lowest possible price is going to be. So to kind of try to time the market, you might want to invest throughout this 12-month period in certain time periods to even out your entry price, right? So you'd say, I'm going to invest this 100,000 throughout the first 10 months, and before the next bull market, I'm going to be much better off. And you would be right. So if you would buy Bitcoin on January 2022, you would now have around minus 58% in loss in value. But if you follow the DCA strategy, like I just explained, you would have almost similar amount of Bitcoin at this day, and you will still have plenty of cash to invest more, and you could buy even more Bitcoin and hold more Bitcoin that you won't do at the beginning of the year, right? So this is one of the things you can implement during these markets. Another thing I want to cover is stop loss. Stop loss is a very simple tool that is very frequently underused by the investors. Stop use is pretty much like an algorithmic program that allows you to sell your position at a certain command or by certain rule. So you can say, I want to sell my asset if the price goes below 30,000, or if my value of my portfolio goes below 10%, I sell. So you might think that it would be a great solution, but many people really underuse that. People invest at Ethereum at $3,000, $4,000, and now the price of Ethereum is around 1,000, so they are sitting at around 70% loss. But say if you would simply have placed a stop order at around 10%, when the value goes down by 10%, you will still have plenty of cash to invest, say, into DCA strategy. Trading automation is another tool that you have in your arsenal as an investor. Trading bots or different trading strategies. Let's say you have a simple strategy like crossing the moving average. So you can say a simple rule, my trading bot will buy crypto when moving average of 50 days crosses above the moving average of 200 days, and sells the cryptocurrency when it goes below the moving average. So if you just follow the simple strategy like that for trading, you would be much better off than holding long Bitcoin. You would just be in 11% loss for 2022 compared to 58% loss. There are many other strategies you can implement for managing portfolio. Like portfolio rebalancing, you can rebalance your portfolio to include high market capitalization coins because they tend to outperform better than lower cap coins. You can also Yeah, you can try shorting the market actually, but only if you can know and time it well, it can work. Or you can arbitrage, it's like more market neutral strategy. You can, if you know how to arbitrage, you can pretty much earn income in any type of market. So we could talk about the strategies more in detail, but due to lack of time, we have to settle on something. And what if we had all these techniques, all these strategies like DCA, stop loss or take profits. We had the trading tools, trading automation tools, rebalancing of the portfolio, shorting, and arbitrage, all in the same place. So that's what we do at One Button Capital. We combine effective trading and investment strategies under one roof and help crypto investors to grow their portfolios much more effectively. And our core values are standing for simple user experience and consistent alpha. We deliver simple user experience by creating digital apps that are really simple to use. One Button Capital is called One Button just because you need literally click one button to use the products. Just connect your exchange and activate the strategy and all it works. And about the alpha, this is our May 2022 results of the strategy. We are down by 0.4% compared to Bitcoin minus 15 and Ethereum minus 27%. And actually, our strategies managed to save a lot of investors from Luna crash. And we had a couple of strategies running on Luna. And I actually have a story of my friend who was on a retreat, on a Vipassana retreat, and he didn't have connection for 5 days. And when this thing crashed, he had his portfolio in Luna. But thankfully, his assets were managed by the trading tools of One Button, and he managed to save quite a bit of cash after this retreat. And this is the average, this is how the returns look like on average for One Button trading. Versus Bitcoin, we deliver consistent outperformance around 295% per month. And if you'd like to check more insights, we deliver them in the monthly report. Every month we write a comprehensive 40-page report about the state of the market and the performance. We also hand it out at our booth in the exposition area, so feel free to drop by and check it out. And the good thing is that our product is now completely free to sign up for all the exhibitors of the event. We have only invite only type of sign up, but everyone who just visits our booth can leave their contact details and we can sign you up for the invitation. And we're gonna also give away the promo codes for 2 months of subscriptions that is worth around $500. So feel free to join us at the booth number 55. It's in the main area of the exposition, close to the soft corner with all these sofas and business area. Thank you very much.